about, there's a strategic plan in place currently through 2025. It happened before you arrived. Have you glanced at it? Do you have any thoughts about reshaping it, or are you going to kind of keep it as is until you, into the future?
Yeah, great to see you, Scott. I have looked at it. Obviously, as a staff, we've been talking about that since my arrival. And you know, one of the things I really like about it is it's a vision document, so it's really broad in nature. And so in the short term, we're going to continue to build out some goals that fit with that vision and align with the different pillars. And then long term, you know, I think once there's a new permanent direction, my guess is there'll be a closer look at what that strategic plan might look like.
John Steppe, Cedar Rapids Gazette.
Hi, John.
Hi, Beth. A lot of things happening both at Iowa with gambling investigation, and a lot of things happening at Big Ten level and nationally. What are your top priorities in your first month as intermediate?
Yeah, that's why you guys are having a busy summer, just like we are. There's no shortage of things to focus on. But you know, really for us, and I think this is always the case, regardless of what might be a hot issue of the day. I mean, first and foremost, your priority is always how do you best support the success of your student athletes and your teams. And that's where your focus lives day to day, and certainly influenced by some of the things you talked about, whether that's name, image, and likeness, or gambling, or conference realignment, all these things I'm sure we're going to get to talk about here. But that's really where we want to spend our time. There's plenty of short-term goals that I think over the next 6 months, both for me and our staff, that we want to continue to work through, from fundraising to making sure we manage our financial resources to being prepared strategically to navigate some of the changes in those external spaces. Just to name a few, we've got some great facility projects to both conclude and some we're excited to start. So a handful of different topics that we'll continue to pay attention to. But there's always going to be new things that are going to attract our attention. But as long as we couch those in a way that the focus remains on providing a great experience and making sure we're building championship programs across all of our sports, that's where we're going to spend our time.